Alright guys, today we have some big news to talk about coming out of the North American League of Legends scene. Finally, we have some news this side of the ocean. Hopefully this will be something people are interested and excited about, but you can see here the tweet coming from LCS EV. This had been rumored and talked about over the past couple weeks. People had been putting out some info. We weren't exactly sure if it was going to happen for sure, what exactly the roster was going to be looking like, but there had been rumors of a potential Doublelift return and a streamer team returning to competitive play. And here it is. Sources: Doublelift is set to make an NACL open qualifier team consisting of TF Blade in the top lane, Spica in the jungle, Pobelter mid, Doublelift AD carry, and Biofrost support. So not only are these some of the biggest names in LCS history, obviously you can argue how washed they are at this point in time, how old they are, how long they've been retired for, whatever, but there are also some of the biggest personalities, content creators, streamers, stuff like that in the North American scene as well. Obviously TF Blade, very, very big streamer and content creator. Doublelift has been massive throughout different parts of his career, maybe the best player in LCS history on this roster, but still Spica, Pobelter, and Biofrost have each played integral parts in LCS history in their own way, and there are varying degrees of washed. Obviously some of these players have played professional play more recently than others, and some of them have looked even better than others in their most recent pro play stints. But obviously what Doublelift and North America here is looking to do is something similar to what teams like Los Ratones and Rudy Sack and stuff like that are doing over in Europe. Because it says here, their scrims will be streamed, similar to what Los Ratones does. Now, I have seen some criticisms here. People are saying, hey, Los Ratones and Rudy Sack, like at least they have, some younger players or some less inexperienced players, mixing them in with the veterans. You get to, one, grow up the popularity of people like that and help them, maybe start their content creation career or whatever, but also help them look good on a team to maybe get promoted or whatever. And, it doesn't really seem like any of these players would necessarily be looking to play in the LCS or get promoted again or anything like that. We know Spica is still looking for pro play offers and had the potential to return to pro play this year and stuff, but Pobelter, Doublelift, Biofrost, they seem pretty retired and out of it at this point. TF Blade obviously more of the content creator, so this team doesn't really seem like they have the aspirations of like trying to grow and get back to professional play and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean it couldn't still be entertaining. That doesn't mean it can't still be interesting, and they actually do have a little bit more stakes in their games and in their setup than Los Ratones does. Obviously, Los Ratones, they have something really, really cool where they can try to win the NLC, they can go to EU Masters, they can try to win that whole thing, they can prove that they're one of the best ERL teams in all of Europe, but at the same time, hey, they have some really crazy, awesome, historic players. Like, they don't really need to prove that they're the best players in the ERLs, but that's still a cool storyline. That's still something exciting to work for. But the teams in NA, the teams in the NACL Open qualifiers, they actually have the chance to literally promote to the LCS. Now, again, I don't necessarily think any of these guys are trying to promote the LCS, and you can no longer, as far as I understand, you can no longer like farm the LCS slot, then sell it off. If you take the LCS slot, you have to win it, or I think you just have to like give it up to Riot, who's then going to do whatever they want with it. So there's not even that financial incentive or anything like that. But again, there is a lot at stake here because the open qualifier is just this massive tournament of teams. Anyone pretty much could like get a team together and get in this open qualifier. I don't know how many teams there's going to be, a lot. And then they're going to battle through this big bracket. And I do believe that 3 of these teams are going to eventually, it looks like we have 3 qualifier spots open in the NACL. 3 of these teams are going to qualify to the NACL. And then these 8 NACL teams are going to battle it out through the year. And a couple of them are going to have the opportunity to take on Disguised and actually try and battle them for their LCS slot. And again, Disguised is not necessarily the best team in the world. They don't have the most insane roster. This is maybe a realistic opportunity for a couple of these teams. Now, again, is Doublelift's team, do they even want to make it to the LTA North? I don't know. Do they have a chance to? I don't know. There is another pretty good team in the NACL right now, Luminosity Gaming. They have Fate God, Tomio, Insanity, Tactical, and Zazel. That'll definitely be a very, very, very good NACL team. But there's also going to be a lot of other really nice rosters that end up getting formed for the NACL or the open qualifiers. So it'll be very, very interesting to see, how good this Doublelift team looks, how washed up they are, how their content is, how focused and locked in they are, and if this is North America able to maybe get something going like Los Ratones Light or whatever. You can already see that obviously Cadril and what he's been doing has been inspiring and getting so many people excited about their streaming and their scrims and merging kind of competitive play and content creation. I think it's a really, really cool opportunity. I know a lot of people want to say, oh, this team's washed, oh, this isn't going isn't going to be as cool as what they're doing in Europe, blah, blah, blah. But at least in NA, we're doing something. At least this is a start. And I think this is better than nothing at the end of the day. And I hopefully think this will be pretty cool. And like I said, they do have the ultimate goal of trying to qualify for the LCS, which is a pretty hilarious but also potentially entertaining storyline, especially if they make it to the NACL and especially if they start doing well in the NACL as well. Getting a final showdown between Doublelift and Disguised Toast for an LCS spot with everything on the line, like that could be something really, really cool. But I don't know. Pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.